Hello and welcome to the tavern. My name's Jay. We're back with more Pokemon Champions. I'm feeling good this time with my team setup. We'll just get into it to check the summary. I have made changes to the team, and I'm happy with how the team is looking. It's been winning me more games more recently because I could not figure out who the problem was or what the problem was. I couldn't assess the problem. The problem I had was while Umbreon contributes, it doesn't contribute nearly as much. It'll get wins, but it gets wins on its own. And while it does help, it could slow down the pace of the game with like Snarl and stuff. What I really needed to do for the most part was it's kind of like get rid of Umbreon, like put it on I'm putting it on a separate team. That's gonna be a different video possibly, but remove Umbreon. While it was good in slower based teams, I could not for the life of me figure out what I needed it to do for the team, and I swapped it out for Raichu. I tried messing with Azumarill as well, and the conclusion of Azumarill is this: against rain teams, these two Pokemon work well, especially if it's like Archaladon trying to do like electro shot shenanigans, which then lets Azumarill set up, and then Azumarill, if it's faster or depending on who I swap out, if I do like a Volt Switch into like let's say a Mouse Hold, because I did change up moves as well to allow things to progress smoothly. So we'll go to that in a moment. So work with me for now. So sit down, relax, grab something to eat, something to drink, watch the big screen, see how many games I can win versus how many games I can lose, what would need to change, what I need to do to get better, so on and so forth. Do leave that in the comments down below. And before we actually do get started, I will be streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Those are my stream days from 4 till about 7-ish. So a good 3-hour stream. Mondays will be retro, Wednesdays would be modern, and then Friday would be multiplayer and online. So you may see more Pokemon Champions besides as a video for online, but that's gonna vary depending on everything. So keep that in mind, and let's switch over. So added Raichu here. Gave it max speed EVs, gave it a little bit of bulk, took down some special attack. I don't need it to be doing damage. I need it to just kind of be in and out of the field. So Electro Whip for speed control, Fake Out for breaking tempo, Volt Switch for setting up something else. I put 12 points into HP. I might take 2 off from defense and put that into HP as well, because I don't really need its defense to be that high. Enough special attack to be able to do some damage, but it basically is all going to be speed. And then it has Lightning Rod to ensure that Azumarill doesn't die to electric. Then we have Lopunny. Tried many things. This is the only thing I could come up with. I took points out of speed and put it into HP. Reason being is because this is the speed threshold in which when I Mega, I should be faster than most things. This is what I plotted out, and it should be faster. I ensured that because the things that I'm never going to be faster than, I'm never going to be faster than. But that's where Fake Out comes in, to kind of like pivot into, hey, you're gonna support a little bit and then go for damage. Mouse hold, all HP, all speed, 2 defense, nothing else matters. We have friend guard because reducing damage, so this would be my clear way of reducing damage. And then we give it charm, protect, taunt after you. Charm because everything it's gonna go against is slower than it, besides I believe Aerodactyl. Everything that it wants to charm, it's faster than. Aggron, maybe Garchomp. But then again, if Garchomp is going for somebody else, the charm still works. Maybe Basculegion if it's not Choice Scarf. So on and so forth. So, way of reducing effectiveness if I can't reduce effectiveness any other way. Protect because protect. Taunt, if I come up against Trick Room teams, I can throw in a taunt, maybe have it work. If they have a mental herb, well, that's kind of that. I'm playing a very different ball game at that point. And then, so there's after you and follow me. People would do follow me to kind of say, hey, hit me, hit me. I'm going after you in case I need, let's say, a Zoomeroo or another Pokemon that's going to come up soon, a Zoomeroo to come in with Play Rough if I need that to go in to do damage before anybody else. Again, works if I'm the fastest one alive. And after that, it ensures that I do get a KO while still keeping whoever safe. Now, it's only for 2 Pokemon, but it still works like a charm. Pun not intended. Then we have Typhlosion. I showcased them off before. I'll do items after. We have Shadow Ball, Mystical Fire, Extrasensory, Will-O-Wisp. I had Eruption. I'm also thinking of reducing like special attack for HP, but because of the item I gave him, I don't think I care too much about that. So Shadow Ball because Ghost types, and I believe Psychic, I could be wrong. Mystical Fire for Grass, Steel, and any special attacker, because it reduces that special attack by a stage. Extrasensory for Sneasler, specifically. And then Will-O-Wisp, because Will-O-Wisp for any physical Pokemon that wants to do damage. So this would be Sneasler, this would be Garchomp, this would be anything that could get, any physical attacker that can get burst that needs their King Gambit's another one. This is also used against King Gambit with Lopunny if I see that happening. Because the thing is, they want this thing dead, and that'll be that. Then we have Azumarill. I decreased its bulk a bit, so I would have given it because of how Belly Drum works. I was watching videos because I needed to learn team building. Belly Drum with like 200 or 204 HP has been like, if it was any odd number, like 205, 206, 207 and whatnot, 205, 206, 207, any of those like in between numbers, then Citrus Berry doesn't work. So I've come up with like 200. Boost your defense more because your defense was kind of lacking. Increase your special, give you the careful nature to increase your special defense more, so that way it can take a hit. Now I might change it again to be more attack focused. I believe Adamant would be it. But I want it to be able to survive hits. On top of that, it should still be able to do a lot of damage if set up properly. So then we have Aqua Jet, Protect, Play Rough. Play Rough could be interchangeable with anything, but I just kind of give it stab moves to give it that extra bit of power. And Belly Jump for setup. And then we have Aldino here, who I've made a bit more. I tailored it to be bulky, while tailoring it to be more focused towards attacking than being of an actual support. With Dazzling Gleam, Protect, Ice Beam, Calm Mind. With this, the Calm Mind, I did give it the Mega Stone, so this is my second Mega, and it has won me quite a few games, and it is specifically used in mostly special attack orientated teams. So if I see a team is like mix, I don't bring Aldino, or if I do, it has to set up as early as possible. So Aldino gets paired with Raichu, Mousehold, maybe Lopunny if I can get away with the speed without Mega Evolving, and Typhlosion to kind of pick up any other KOs that seem problematic, or Will-O-Wisp, anything that seems problematic. And like this is the team I've been setting up. So Raichu has Magnet. I may have to change the item out, but I can't find another good item. I don't want to give it a Choice Scarf, because that feels, I don't want to keep it locked out. I gave Mousehold Chopu Berry, so that way it can survive a fighting hit. Typhlosion has Focus Sash, so that way it can survive a Sucker Punch and still do mean, if I need to take care of, like, let's say on the fly King Gambit, it can survive a Sucker Punch and maybe pick up a KO. Azumarill with the Citrus, and then Aldino with the Mega Stone. And with this, Aldino fulfills like a dual purpose with Healer. And that's been the team that's been like working so far. I gotta read what Healer does again. Give me actually one moment. Before we get to any battles, I need to see what Healer does again. If it's, I know it says allies, but I don't know if it's just allies in itself. Of its allies. Okay, so it's not itself. So if I were to have two, that's fine. I can also give it Regenerator if I need to give it some HP, but because I'm having it set up, I may change it out later for, like, let's say Life Dew or something else. But let's just get into it. And that's been the team I've been working with that has been like giving me more results, because at this point I can now mix and match. So like Lopunny and Aldino are separate cores. So like, for example, right, this is a Trick Room team. No, okay, I know what this is. This is an anti-priority team. So this is a team that says we don't care about priority because evaporate. So something I can do here, I can do one of two things. I can bring Aldino because Lopunny won't be able to deal. It can deal. It can deal with King Gambit, and it can maybe deal with Sableye. But against the other three, not so much. So this is an Aldino because I think besides maybe two, it seems like it's an Aldino game. So we could possibly set up Raichu with Aldino. Actually, Typhlosion, Aldino. Fake Out might not be good here. So we can do Mousehold Azumarill. Raichu could be good into, let's say, the Primarina, but I'm not too focused on that one as much as I am focused on like trying to knock out as much as I can. Barapper again, okay. Mental Herb, yep, Mental Herb, okay. I did pick up, now that I have a frisk for a reason. Okay, so something I can do here, I can Shadow Ball, well, no, it has no effect. So I can do this here and start setting up Calm Minds. Because I'm allowed to set up a lot of Calm Minds, that it's trying to go for like the spicy pepper, the spicy spray, I can set up Calm Minds without any without any backlash, because I don't think it wants to go for Trick Room. Because if it does, I think Aldino goes first. And this is where like the trouble is gonna be, right? So now that thing is not. Oh no, it will go first. Okay. So I go first twice. Trick Room, so that way his two Mons go first. But it cannot use. This is the big thing. It will not be able to use Hyper Voice on Typhlosion. Oh no, I do go first. Okay, never mind. Because I have the higher attack. I mean higher speed. Special defense drop, that's fine. This is fine. The burn is fine, so now that gives me a reason to go for the attack. That gives me a reason to go for the attack. Actually, we'll swap you out. Swap you out for, let's say, we could do Mouse Hold. Actually, we'll do a Zoomeroo. And we'll Dazzling Gleam here because I have no fear of the burn no more. And we keep Typhlosion for another day. Because it's gonna use Psychic on. So Scovillain's down. No have to worry about that. Psychic is used on. Yep. Not good. Okay, there was no point in doing that then. King Gambit. Okay. We'll do Play Rough into King Gambit. We'll protect here. This is fine. This is fine. We'll pull out. Maybe I should have pulled out Mouse Hold. Chopple, that's fine. Okay. How many more moves for Trick Room? One? Okay. So let's see if we can burn the King Gambit. See if we can't. I'm hoping for a freeze. No freeze. Oh, that puts me in range. I lose. I lose because my last Pokemon. Okay. Okay, maybe a Azumarill. No, I did with Raichu. I needed the Girafarig dead. Actually, I think I know what I could have done. Okay, so this would be my learning experience, right? What I probably could have done, we'll just keep going. What I could have done, I could have kept the two alive, swapped to Mousehold, start protecting with Mousehold, and potentially doing something else until I got ready to initiate. Okay. Okay, so we got these two. Because I'm pretty sure you want to set up with Tailwind. We bring Raichu. Who's the only fake out pressure right now? The only fake out pressure is basically Incineroar. So I can set up Raichu with Typhlosion. No, I can set up Raichu with Typhlosion because Lopunny and Raichu will still do the same result of getting rid of the Whimsicott. Question is Azumarill or Mousehold? I'm thinking Azumarill. I'm thinking Azumarill. Because again, if we can set up the Azumarill, everything should be easy. Incineroar, Whimsicott. Okay. So I did call this. Chople and Focus Sash. Intimidate, that's fine. Mystical Fire here. Fake out here. Because you probably protect the Whimsicott because of fake out pressure. And then you fake out probably the Raichu. No fake out. Okay, I mean no protect. So you fake out the Raichu. No fake out, huh? So you're going for Darkest Lariat to try to take out the Throat Chop. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. Okay. Okay, so what do you do with the Basculegion? So, okay. I think I got this. If you don't go for an attack, I burn the Basculegion, and then I Electro Web. I should have used Protect actually. This is fine. So that is a Choice Scarf. Dragonite, so I'm reducing that speed. Both speeds, to be precise. We can bring out Lopunny. Mega the Lopunny. Now we can either go for fake out. One of two things. We go for fake out or we go for a kill. I think we go for the kill. And then we vault switch out into Azumarill. Now you could protect the Dragonite and go for either Flare Blitz or Darkest Lariat, whichever one you have, into Lopunny, which then allows me to set up for free. Extreme speed. That's fine. This is fine. Because now it's Azumarill and Lopunny. I gotta see what Basculegion goes for. So we can protect here. We can belly drum here. What is Basculegion's defense? Because I don't think they build for anything. Give me a moment, I gotta see Basculegion's defense. Very weak defense. Defensively, kind of weak. Last respect. Oh fuck. I was not expecting that. No, wait, that works. That works out. Hold up. If you're Scarf, then that works. If you're not Scarf, this should kill. It doesn't. Am I dead? I'm not dead. I win this. We'll go with the triple axle. Both of my moves are 90%. 90 accuracy. Okay. And now I can take my time with the Basculegion. I don't want to chance the high jump kick. I can chance the triple axle. Respectable 28. Because it should have 8 last respects, and I don't think it should have locked into last respects. This is a game where I'm going to take my time. And there we go. Because I'm not going to go for the high jump kick with the chance to miss. Where if I miss with triple axle, it'll win me the game. I know I'm not a high elo. That is fine. I'm working my way up there. I'm going through the process of figuring out what move does what. I'm trying to predict. I'm trying to like use foresight. There were decisions that I could have made better, and I will have to rewatch some of these videos to see where my decision making went wrong. For example, flip turn into basically flip turn into whatever. And maybe like what Pokemon would have actually been better. But yeah, because Basculegion used the last respects, which is a major mistake, it actually gave me that victory. Okay. I can do basically the same setup. Lopunny Typhlosion. Because Typhlosion, basically Typhlosion will clear off the Whimsicott, along with a fake out to whatever. The Basculegion is the scary thing. What prevented me last time from it was the Incineroar, wasn't it? No. It wasn't the answer. What was it? Because I can still do Raichu. Raichu was still good into like both my Milotic and Basculegion. And if I do everything properly and not keep my Pokemon in too long and swap out the things I know are going to be affected, then I can probably play a bit safe. I need to get the Azumarill set up. Will I be allowed to win this one? I could bring in Maushold to kind of like reduce more damage. I probably should have actually. Thinking about it now. Maushold to like reduce damage to incoming Frostlass Whimsicott. Okay. Frostlass Sight and then Focus Sash on the Whimsicott. Okay. So we hit this. This is just getting hit regardless. Are you faster? Or did I not hit So you are faster. So Lopunny dies. Lopunny gets KO'd, so does Whimsicott. Because even if you do Blizzard, Shadow Ball, that's even better. Because nobody sees the sash on the Typhlosion. And I still get the KO on the Whimsicott. And then next turn, actually what I could do is I can swap out Raichu, swap out two Raichu, because it's probably gonna go for Basculegion, Sneasler. Okay. Okay. How much is Shadow Ball going to affect Raichu? Not too much. I'm going to make the assumption it's going for Blizzard instead. Protect here, get through the fake out. I may need to get Typhlosion protect. Okay, I did see the Blizzard. I'm getting better. I did see the Blizzard coming. That is a bitch. Okay. Let's give it a Frostlass. And let's potentially, if I unthaw, we go for a belly drum. So that's 2 KOs, and now it's Sneasler and... Okay. I could have swapped out, actually. Frozen Solid. Fuck. Okay. So Sneasler has Dire Claw. I don't have a clear way of clearing out the Sneasler right now. Because I could do extra sensory. Okay, no, I have a way of clearing Sneasler. I have a way of clearing Sneasler. We'll do that into that, and we'll do Belly Drum. Probably a bad idea, but I think King Gambit, yep, King Gambit goes for the Sucker Punch, because it's trying to get the KO. Dire Claw into that. And then I burn you. So, Raichu comes in. Okay. I need this to work. I need you to not go for Typhlosion. At least with Sneasler. Fuck yeah, Typhlosion. Typhlosion has been dodging rocks left and right for such a long time. And then now we have King Gambit, who can't do anything, who's gonna get Will-O-Wisp. And then just, do you go for an attack? I can go for a Volt Switch here. Because you're trying to get rid of this Typhlosion. That's the biggest, that's like your biggest thing. You're trying to get rid of Typhlosion. Now, you're burned, you can't do anything, and I win this game. I'm gonna... I can make a risky play and go for Mystical Fire, or I can go for the safe play and go this into Volt Switch and kind of like slowly whittle him down. Okay, so you're going for Iron Head. Or Kowtow, whatever. Okay. So this becomes it. You cannot block both of these attacks. So even if Typhlosion goes down, you cannot block both attacks. You went for the wrong target. I don't think it would have mattered because I would have Volt Switch and then Protect. I should really get Typhlosion Protect. What would I get rid of though? How often do I use Shadow Ball? That's actually gonna be the question. I think that's actually gonna be it. We'll keep it like small video for whatever. Let's just kind of do whatever. But yeah, that's been my team, and it's been working thus far. I think giving Typhlosion Protect will actually like, because I don't use Shadow Ball as much. I've been using more Extra Sensory and getting rid of like problematic grass types. The ghost types I haven't had like much of an issue with. Like a Shadow Ball would work, but because they're often like dual typing, I think getting rid of Shadow Ball for Protect is actually like a better play. Like overall a better play, especially because even though it's like hyper offensive, it basically doesn't need all that much. And yeah, so that is my team. I'm happy with the results. Like it's consistent enough where I can basically like weed out threats, figure out if they make reads on me that I'm kind of like screwed. But overall, I have been seeing results. I have been getting results. Not always, but can't always win them. But I have been making good hard reads into everything. Well, not hard reads, but some good reads, some bad. And overall, I've been learning like what is like the biggest threat to my team comp. And because I have what 1, 2, 3 normal types, basically fighting is my biggest weakness. Ground is another one. And basically like I need Lopping to just truly outspeed. So thus far it has been working. I will be developing like more strategies based on this team, but I think overall this is my theme team, my rodent theme, and yeah, been great. I would have added a 4th rabbit, but that's Diggerbee, and that's another normal type I don't want to add at this point. So basically Raichu actually swaps depending on what's needed into being support slash damage if I need the damage on certain water types. Lopunny is partial support with just fake out, but is all in on damage. Mousehold is just full support. Typhlosion is partial support with mystical fire dropping down special attack and taking out Sneasler as well as burning physical attackers. So it disrupts that way. Azumarill and Audino are setups, and at some point I may just give Audino Light Dew. See how that fares, because I think that might fare fairly well, but I don't know what move to get rid of besides maybe Calm Mind. I would love for it to be like it is a setup Pokemon, but right now I don't think it has much offense. I mean, yeah, I don't think it has like a lot of offense. I could be wrong. Do let me know, because that is something I could look into potentially. Because I can also give it Hyper Voice to make it do a bit more damage with both Dazzling Gleam and that. But I think I want to keep like a single target move in case of Wide Guard. And the Ice Beam just to kind of like in a way just like shit on dragons. Then again, Dazzling Gleam does the same thing, but for like sticky dragons, I should say. Dragons like Dragon Rock and Flying, to be honest. Because if I don't bring Lopunny, then I'm gonna have trouble with a lot of those type ups. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you can give me some tips down below of what else I can do with the current team here. I could make some swaps. I have tried a Lowland Raichu. It doesn't work. I mean, I could do a Lowland Raichu and still make it work. Because basically a Lowland Raichu is just stronger Raichu, but it's actually a Psychic type, so I can give it one extra like coverage. But other than that, it's just, that's probably just it, just one extra coverage. But I think I like Raichu better because Lightning Rod prevents Lightning Rod does prevent Azumarill from being KO'd from let's say Archaludon and Rotom. That being said, the tavern is now closed. I shall see you all later. Have a good one, everybody.